was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon.
Fucking, what's he put me on my own for? All right, hello. I'm running the show, apparently. What the fuck is going on here? All right, well, hello, everyone. Let's, not sure what's going on, but I'll just go through the comments. All right. Oh, here we go.
I was gonna start hitting him with the comments to see if
you cunts aren't funny. I come very unprepared, and then you fucking do that. You know, like, Jesus.
You are red. Holy shit, are you red?
You looked like fucking Gerald looked when Justin showed up for his interview. Right?
I need to turn the aircon on here. I'm fucking hot now. Fucking Jesus.
You got beat. You have a air conditioner in your little shed?
Whose topic is it this week?
It's mine, and I figure you'll know more about Puerto Rico than you'll know about Australia.
Hold on. It's your fucking week. Hold on.
How could you think it was fucking not his week?
Listen, he just wants to say something. It's
a
segue to something. See, there it goes. It was a segue to something. See, there we go.
Okay, that's very cute. Did you plan that out this week? Is that what you were?
No, I didn't actually. I just knew I had it on. I was sweating it up in here because you fucking put me on my own. So
that fucking.
You got nervous.
Shirt, yeah. What is he didn't have that shirt in fucking any size bigger?
That's a double XL.
It's a 2XL, mate. I'm just fucking getting big. That's all.
That's a double XL. That thing is a dress on most people. I had a 5XL, but that one was given away already.
Oh, yeah, geez. Fucking. Anyway,
it's all muscle though. Say good
afternoon.
It's been 2 weeks, bro. Say good afternoon.
Yeah, here's the thing, just so everybody knows, and I didn't talk to these guys about this yet, but I'm going to say it right now. In the new year, if one of us can't make it, we're still going to do the fucking show, okay? We're not going to fucking back out like a bunch of fucking pussies and fucking not do the show anymore, okay? So, fucking...
Hold on. I wasn't available, but it was fucking the Mexican.
We could have, and then Brian said, "No, let's skip it." And I was like, "All right." So I'm not, devoid of any blame here myself, but yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay, that's not going to happen next year. Fucking
if Luke is going to show up fucking twice a month, then I say we fucking get Emma.
Yeah, I agree with that. Or some other hot Australian, like fucking. Do you know any other hot women? Tell Emma to get a couple of friends, and we'll convince them to come on.
I'll give you the tip. If Emma gets a couple of friends to fucking do something, it won't be go on the fucking internet with you, dickhead. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's right because you have enough charm to fucking facilitate a three-way. Yeah. Okay. All right. You better make sure those bitches are high as fuck.
Hello.
Right.
All right, let's say hi to some people, guys. You guys are being so
go say hi to everybody. All right.
Shauna Connor first in the house, and look who's here. It's your Uncle Mike. Mikey posting sexy pictures this week. What's up? Pico Pythons, Lindsay, how is she doing? It's been a whole long time. I think she's been to 1 out of the 26 shows. Welcome to
She heard about the last show, and bang, she's back. That was a train wreck. That fucking Jesus.
Yeah, if she heard about the last show, she wouldn't be here. I don't think.
Yeah.
Patricia Cooper, we haven't seen you in a little while. How are you? And look at the dick. The dick is up in her. And he wanted to know if the Aussie lesbian finally got his internet. So, Luke, you finally got your internet.
He got his internet, but he forgot how to work his camera with that little fucking background fucking shit he has going on in the back, in the back now. Yeah, all right, that didn't help. Now it's on the other side, right?
I see Blakers, and we got another Boricua in the house. And
Tradesman, my
What's
boy.
up? Tito. And
Fucking hell,
Chris.
fucking all the comments are hanging shit on me. Like, fucking, what did I do to these people? Fucking hell.
They haven't even made fun of your hair yet. So
No, there is. I read a couple of comments about my hair.
okay.
You'll get to them.
All right, but at least you don't look like a lesbian today. So
yeah.
Val, look who's
Luke
here.
doesn't
Val.
look right. Luke doesn't look right without the lesbian cut. Fuck
Val, what's up, Val? Luke does look like a fucking, like a white supremacist prisoner, right? Like that's what he looks like. Like he should be in jailbreak or something, or Oz, like the fucking.
I agree, though. I agree. You don't look right. Like you look better like Marcy Darcy or Darcy Marcy, whatever her name. Marcy Darcy. You look better like her. Canes is up in here. We got the Bohemian, Carissa. Who else is up in here? We got another Aussie, right? That's your buddy right there.
Yeah, man. Maybe we could get him on. Is he?
American?
No, he's American.
No,
yeah.
He's American Cap. We've got one of them. We don't need another.
We're gonna get outnumbered. Shannon is up in here with all the holes in her body. How are you doing? Chris's favorite truck driver. Let's see. Jay shouting out the BDU crew. What's up? We got Tommy, and I do look forward to doing this show with Luke every week because Emma always pops in. Hi, Emma. How are you?
It's pretty much the only redeeming quality. Look at that.
Look at this.
EDM. Fucking Ron. All right. Don't get offended. All right. Because I know how you have delicate sensibilities. But could you have sucked Brian's dick any more than you did on that IG live that you did? I mean, that was. I've never seen a dude blow a guy that much.
That was love. That was love. He was showing love. He was just showing me that welcome to the island love. That's all.
I'll never go to Puerto Rico if dudes show love like that. All right. How about a handshake? How about here's my guy Brian, right? Little hearty handshake.
Stop, Chris. Wasn't his name is Brian too. Wasn't Brian like that over you? Brian, that his wife doesn't like you?
Yeah, he was like that over me. Yeah, but he wasn't that bad. He showed white guy love. Okay.
Yeah, but he had to sleep on the couch that night.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah, and then he blocked us all. Fucking move on. Fucking
no, but I love it because
I'm sick of losing followers because of you two.
I was looking for photos on Facebook today. And I found old photos of Chris, and he was wearing one of his T-shirts. He was like, "Yeah, if you want to be on 15 Minutes of Lame, all you got to do is send me a shirt." And he had he had one of Brian's
look, shirts. There's been regrettable actions by myself. I'll be the first one to admit that. Okay. I didn't even like that shirt anyway because it wasn't black. It was like peach or fucking something like that. Like
it looked pink. It looked
literally never fucking. It was salmon. It was salmon, Brian. Okay, all right.
Yeah, salmon. Yeah, I don't know. We don't do this. How do you say salmon in Spanish? Salmon. Salmon. I don't know. We don't have salmon in our crayon box. Yeah, it was a slot. Mike always has like these hashtags. It was a slobber knocker. Going to teach us about Alexander Hamilton. I get it. I got that. I see what you did there. Lin-Manuel, right? You're referring to Lin-Manuel. I get you. Regrettable actions. I promise you, Chris can write a book. I'm sure he can.
Yes, I can. Yeah, right. There's no doubt about that.
So looking through the pictures, I saw a photo of your first communion. You were so cute.
Oh, I was adorable, right? That's when I was one with God.
I know,
I know.
and that was the beginning of
Oh,
everything.
like
Is
that's the reason I'm like this now.
I see
Okay,
that.
fucking,
We-
this is the worst. These Catholics are just the fucking worst, man. I
Were
mean,
you ever a altar boy?
yes,
Were you?
I was full-time altar boy. Like
What's full
fucking.
timing? Like you give the priest head? Like what's full time?
Yeah.
You don't really
They
give
give him head. Yeah.
you don't give the priest head. The priest kind of just shoves his dick in your mouth. Like you never willingly do it. Okay. But speaking of regrettable actions, one time when he was putting his dick in my mouth, I wrapped my hands around his ass cheeks too. Like fucking, like I was loving it. Remember when Tyson was like, "I'll fuck you till you love me."
Yes. In the
The
news.
priest fucked me till I loved him. You know, so
You loved them.
what are you gonna do? All right.
You got
Oh,
you got
Jesus.
so I don't know. So it's funny that he says this because I was an altar boy in two churches and I got thrown out of both and no one ever tried to touch me. So I'm a little bit
Yeah,
jealous.
no. The whole thing was Tradman is referring to a story. I was at a nun's like 50th anniversary, and one of my high school priests were there, and they sat me at his table, and I was like, dude, what was the matter with me, man? You know, I was like, you were all over Phil Justy, fucking, but you didn't even look at me. You gave me self-esteem issues till I was like fucking 20. I was like, nobody's gonna want me to suck their dick, man.
What did he say? What did he say to that?
He got all embarrassed, but the nuns laughed. All right. So I was like, maybe I should have tried it with the nuns, right? That's still like a big thing. That's a bucket list item, you know.
To
And
bang
now
a
that
nun?
I only have one leg, I think I could get the pity sex from the nuns probably quicker, you know.
So
But I wanted to be an old school nun with the habit and everything. You
but
know,
so she's gonna go to hell to satisfy your stumpy ass self.
yeah. Well, I mean, why not? Right? Charitable. I mean, that's what nuns do. Okay.
I guess
Mm.
she could justify that she was helping you out. She was being you would be her mission, right? And
That's
you
right.
have her
Yeah. You're getting it now. You're Puerto Rican. Didn't all the fucking Catholics come and build like a school on your fucking island or something? Like fucking on your third world fucking shithole?
So one of the oldest churches in definitely this part of the world is in Puerto Rico. One of the oldest Catholic
All right.
churches.
First of all, stop saying it like that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Puerto Rico.
Just stop saying it like that.
He's gonna say it like that every fucking time for 2 hours.
It's in Puerto Rico.
And we're gonna get all this uninteresting fucking information about the joint. Fucking-
You said my brother's name again. That's great, Chris. Remember, he looks more feminine than you do.
That
What's
is true. Yeah. No, Phil. That's George. Phil's brother. Phil always had a tiny head, you know, so he kind of had like a woman's head. So we used to call my
Okay.
cousin Gallon Head because he had too big a head for his body. And then we used to call Phil Milk Carton Head because he was like a little milk carton. So it's
So Ron, I think, is pulling he's pulling what's your name again? A Luke. He's pulling a Luke here because he's saying it wasn't the Catholics, it was the Mormons. I'm pretty sure the Mormons were not around 500 years ago. Like I don't think they've been around that long. So it could not have been the Mormons because they did not exist. Puerto Rico has been around longer. It almost has like European history with a lot of its structure. So I can't see that church being a church of the Latter-day Saints, Ron. I'm sorry. No way. You gotta have to prove that one. So, did you run out of Coke, Luke? What the hell?
Oh, mate, this crowd, Jesus Christ.
God, they love you. Kevin's calling it stink wrinkles, and Chris says he has a cousin they call Buckethead because she has a big head. That's not.
Oh, that's a girl. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the worst when like a girl has a giant head and her head's just like flopping over like a little baby, who doesn't have neck control yet. Right.
What's her name? The Hilton that did the sex tape.
Paris Hilton.
Paris.
Yeah.
Did you see her baby?
No, I didn't.
No.
Chris, her baby's head is your size, and it's like 3 months old.
My head with a baby body.
It's a bobblehead.
A bobblehead, yeah.
It's yeah. So she's getting like tore up on the internet, and she's like telling people like that's not nice. And she's I think she's made fun of a few people. Are you looking at it right now?
Holy shit. It looks like Megamind. The fucking
Yeah. And there's no way that her vagina went back to normal after that baby. There's just no.
I don't know. She had a nice vagina though. Did you see that movie that One Night in Paris that guy fucking released? Dude, it was so good.
She looked bored. Good. That's the sex tape? Is that the sex tape?
Yeah.
She looks so bored, like as if that thing is a tunnel and she didn't even know.
Yeah, but she looks like she's just not impressed with dick. She had that Oprah look to her. Like fucking like Oprah's just, like can you imagine being Oprah's husband and like fucking never getting a blowjob your entire life because Oprah thinks she's too good enough to suck dick? Like it's just fucking.
When she was chunky, she was bobbing the knob.
Oprah? Yeah. When she used to have like midgets who bang their mailman's fucking boyfriend, all right, when she was putting on shows like that. But then she got all fucking popular. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a melon head. Yeah.
Look at that fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Wow.
That kid is probably smart. All right. Fucking.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Jesus Christ.
Like, did you ever see Idiocracy? Where
I did see it, and do you know why I saw it?
Why?
Because you told me to go watch it.
Oh, good. Okay. But the funniest part is when the president, who was like Hector El Camacho Mountain Dew Martinez, he met the smartest guy in the world, and he goes, "I thought your head would be bigger." That kid is probably the smartest kid in the world.
Tito said he's going to be the head of the class. Oh, you guys are so wrong. But I can't imagine Paris Hilton not making fun of people and this not being like a punishment.
Yeah. Apparently it was. Apparently, she didn't. The baby didn't come out of her. It was a surrogate.
Oh, there we go.
So
okay.
she
That means
still has that $1 million vagina.
The vagina's still good. Yeah. Hasn't been touched. Yeah.
So was it the egg and the sperm put in someone else, or did the mother? Anyway, you put it. The head is just. It's just outrageous. Like for that baby to grow into that head, that baby's gonna be like Andre the Giant. That baby's definitely karma. Karma is a punch in the cervix. These people are ruthless today. They're absolutely ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. So we're talking about Puerto Rico today. Chris, have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
No.
You've never been to
No. And I love how your reels were just like showing off the fancy cars and all that and fucking like why the fuck would you fucking this is where the Puerto Rican mindset is. Like I'm gonna buy a fucking $500,000 car even though my island gets decimated every 4 months.
Chris, I know you lost your leg. I know you lost the leg, but if those cars look like fancy cars to you, you've lost more vision.
Dude,
they were Volkswagen Beetles with with Christmas lights on them.
Christmas lights on them. Like, what are you talking about? Fancy car?
No, you fucking dickheads. Fucking on one of Brian's stories, he was showing off like the cars at a party.
Oh, got you. I thought you were talking. I thought he was talking about the Volkswagen buggy too. I thought he was talking about fucking her.
This is why you guys both have tiny heads. because you guys are dumb as fuck. Okay, so no.
So the
story
reason I showed those cars was what a lot of people don't realize is the economy right now is booming in Puerto Rico.
Oh, stop!
It
And
is
I think you're lying
booming.
too. Yeah, it's
No,
booming.
no. So we'll get more into the island and other stuff, but there are tax incentives right now. That's why this guy moved over there and has like a $16 million mansion. He does all the YouTube fights, him and his brother.
Logan Paul.
Both, yeah, the Pauls, right?
The other
right.
one does, yeah. The not Logan, the other
Jake.
one. Jake lives there, yeah.
Yeah, so there are huge tax incentives to bring business to the island, to relocate to the island. If you live in the island,
And
for 6 months,
amazingly, Jake Paul moving to Puerto Rico fucking took the average IQ down. He's such a fucking spastic.
yeah, definitely did. It's not amazing though, because Puerto Ricans are extremely intelligent. Unlike
All right, calm it down. Calm it down.
so
Fucking a step and a half above a Mexican, right?
Yeah.
so as I was saying,
Dude, the only thing the Puerto Ricans have really accomplished is they've learned to work indoors as like waiters or bartenders or whatever. They don't do like the gardening and the fucking the strawberry picking like they do out there in California.
I can't stand this guy. He called me Abu Dhabi. I mean, he called me oil change. He said I thought oil change was in Abu Dhabi. So if you live in Puerto Rico, 6 months of the year, your tax bracket is, first of all, you don't pay federal tax, and you pay less. Maximum would be a 4% tax. So there's huge incentive. So a lot of people are moving over there. There is no division of the IRS that like monitors if you're staying there 6 months. So a lot of people have actually relocated, and real estate has gone through the roof. It's you're not getting any decent real estate now for less than like 1.5 million.
Shit definitely goes through the roof there about every 3 months.
Yeah,
Trees,
like the floods and the hurricanes. Yes,
fucking,
the floods and everything. Tito saying we have the perfect DNA. Well, that's only in reference to the women, where they did a study saying that the Puerto Rican woman has the perfect genetic makeup. Just so you guys know, that's a real scientific study they did there.
I can't even not laugh at everything you're saying.
I'm not. So you always think I'm making stuff up, but you have not proven once that what I'm saying is not verifiable fact.
So
they did a study in a college. I think it was.
Can you name a Puerto Rican woman that we would know that is hot?
Can I name a Puerto Rican woman that is hot? You have to.
Yeah. That's a dumb question.
You have to be kidding. You do realize that Puerto Rico's won the Miss Universe contest 5 times, and that's like one of the most for any country.
Look, it actually says, according to the analyst, this mix of Spanish, African, and Caribbean genes in native Puerto Ricans is responsible for producing near perfect human specimens.
Yes, when I get mad at my wife, I remind her she's Dominican.
What happened to Brian?
But it's more towards the women. The study was actually based on the women, and it's just
the men, according to Brian, get all that twins Danny DeVito DNA.
We're Danny DeVito, right? But if you think about it, right, like purebreds are like purebred dogs really aren't genetically good dogs. They die young. They have a lot of issues, right, because of the line breeding to keep them purebred. Mutts are usually like genetically superior to purebred dogs. So I guess you could look at us like the human mutt. Are you guys gonna participate in this?
I mean, it's almost like you don't even know what to say, because I totally knew that this was the way this episode was going to go. Brian just spouting shit is fact, and he wanted to make sure that Google said the Puerto Rican women were perfect. but in hopes that we wouldn't look up any of his other dumb facts.
So
That he's gonna
just
steal
so
with us.
you know, in all my
Oh, look
research
at
here,
this.
in all my research, I do not have that. Tito brought that up. I do not even have that in my research, but it is true. Think about this: Rita Moreno. Rita Moreno, who's what, 90 years old now, 92 years old now, still acting. She's one of the first women to ever win everything. She's won it all. She won a Tony, she won a Grammy, she won an Emmy, she won a Oscar, and I think a Peabody. Like, she's one of the first women to ever accomplish that. And if you don't know who Rita Moreno is, she's
First of
Maria
all, is it wrong that I think you're mispronouncing her name? I thought it
Moreno.
was Rita Moreno.
No, that's Gringo. Her name is Moreno.
That's Gringo,
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
Gringo.
not Mexican,
Moreno.
right? That's
No,
Gringo, and you're not
definitely not a
Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, okay.
And her name is Moreno, which means black.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh,
sir.
for the love of
And the
fuck.
Mexican joke, that doesn't phase me in the least.
But we fucking enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Like we love it.
You enjoy it. It doesn't phase me in the least. It doesn't phase me in the least, because Mexicans are great people. They make great food. People say Taco Tuesdays. They don't say anything about Australia Day.
I gotta see if I could play something. But it involves showing some shit off our personal chat.
Oh no.
No,
Careful. Careful.
no, you can't break the circle, because then there's no more circle.
He gets really upset when you break the circle. I broke it once and he got really
That's right.
off.
Don't break the circle.
I just think that the comment though was there were 3 kids with Down syndrome who were running a cooking show, right? And they one kid put chips on his hamburger, right? So fucking one guy didn't like it. Okay. And Brian made a comment. I forgot what his comment was, but it was like in relation to Luke being one of the 3 kids with Down syndrome, right? And Luke fucking fires back. At least I'm not Mexican.
And somehow that's funny. Somehow that's funny.
No,
So there
it
was
was
a kid.
just, it was just
There was
so
a Puerto Rican in the airport, a Puerto Rican kid with Down syndrome, and he looked Asian.
You look Asian.
Yeah, but he was Puerto Rican, but he had Down syndrome, and he looked.
How do
Asian.
you know he was Puerto Rican?
He was Puerto Rican. His family was Puerto Rican. He wasn't walking around the airport by himself. Everyone he was with, unless they adopted an Asian kid with Down syndrome.
Yeah, maybe they just adopted an Asian kid with Down syndrome.
No. Oh, sorry. She wasn't Maria. She played Anita. Sorry. Sorry. Ron might be right about that. He's definitely wrong about the Mormons, but he might be right about that. The Puerto Rican Mormons.
Oh, all right. All right, go ahead. The quicker we get through this, the better.
So let's see. What else? So we have the famous what is Puerto Rico? This is an island sitting in the middle of an ocean. It's a big ocean, a very big ocean. Who said that?
What do you expect us to fucking know random quotes about fucking Puerto Rico?
Holy shit! It was Trump. It was one of the biggest things that happened in the last few years when Trump said that, referring to Puerto Rico, and then went and started throwing paper towels after Hurricane Maria.
When he was hurling the paper towels at you guys, that was probably the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. But fucking, so that was when he said it. Puerto Rico's an island in a big ocean.
He said it before that, and it's happened before. You know, we are a U.S. territory. We are a commonwealth. We use U.S. currency, and a lot of federal systems are out there, and you still have senators today asking what type of money they use in Puerto Rico.
Do you have your own government as well, though, or are you just like part of America?
We're part of America, but we have a governor, and we also have a representative, but they have no voting power.
So are you sort of like a state? Like you
We
sort of
are
No, the
government-wise?
state actually has voting power.
no.
Oh,
So
so
a
it's more
state.
important than a state.
So the state has representatives that vote.
Yep.
We have a representative, but we have no voting power.
Is there
Um,
anybody from Puerto Rico in the electoral college?
No, they can't vote. We have a representative that's like allowed to sit in Congress and just see how everything's going. But they have like no voting power, no voting power at all. So there's a book if you ever get a chance and really want to see the history.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
War Against All Puerto Ricans. This is an awesome book here. All right, by Nelson Dennis. It's an awesome
How
book.
big is Puerto Rico? Like how many people are there?
It is Puerto Rico's tiny. It's literally one of the tiniest islands in the Caribbean. It has about 3.2 to 3.5 million Puerto Ricans that live on or inhabitants on the island. But you have 5 million Puerto Ricans that live in the States. So there's more Puerto Ricans that live in the States than live on the actual island. But about 3.5, I would say close to 3.5 million that live.
That's what happens when you give them space. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't need a passport. If you're Puerto Rican, you're born a citizen, but you're
You get a US passport, yeah? You have a US passport if you're Puerto Rican? Or no?
Yes, if you're going to travel, it's a U.S. passport. We're kind of like a stepchild citizen.
So if I went to Puerto Rico, do I need a passport?
Nope,
No.
you don't need a
No.
passport. Anyone can get up and go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do,
we would. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So any American, it's like going from one state to the other. You just get on a plane or a cruise and you just go right up in there, no issue.
How long's the trip? How far is it?
Oh, it depends on where you're at. You're in
Oh,
fucking
from
Australia.
where you are, from New York.
From New York City, it's about 3.5 hours. From where I'm at, it's a mission.
Yeah.
Well, and end to end, how long does it take to drive across the island?
You can do the island end to end in about 2.5 hours now.
All right, so it's
Before
small.
they didn't have an interstate before. Now they have an interstate.
Is it touristy? Like, is it a tourist place? Like, is that where people like?
Tourism is huge, and a lot of the different cruises that go through the Caribbean make a stop in Puerto Rico. Somehow they've survived all of these natural disasters, and tourism is a big thing in Puerto Rico. And that Puerto Rico, unlike the U.S., that doesn't have a national language, Puerto Rico actually Spanish and English are the national languages in Puerto Rico. And you can be a Puerto Rican citizen, but you are also born a U.S. citizen. George said, so there are more Puerto Rican people living in North America than on the island. Yes, definitely. Now,
There's
America
probably more
also,
Puerto Ricans in New York than live on the fucking island.
it would be the major cities. It would be Orlando, Miami, New York. But North America is
that also
Canada and Mexico also. So just so we're clear about that.
Brian, your son, he was born in America, right?
My son was born in New York, yes.
Yeah, but would he identify as Puerto Rican, like, because it's his heritage?
So most people that are non-European, or actually that's not even true. A lot of Europeans do it too. Most Americans identify with something else. That it's usually those people that have those
What is going on in the
PR
chat?
is
What is
people
going
from
on?
Hawaii. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Jesus Christ. I can't do
Luke is
anything.
behaving, so I actually want to defend him right now. He's behaving. So.
He's behaving because he's asking you questions about the motherland. That's why.
Yes, and I think he looks good. He looks nice and clean. He doesn't look like a lesbian today. Yeah. And
No, I actually am asking genuine questions because I know nothing about Puerto Rico. Like, I didn't know it was
any
part of
Puerto
America.
Rican, any Puerto Rican would say they're Puerto Rican. Any Puerto Rican is extremely proud to be Puerto Rican. And
yeah, but is that why there's 5,000 Puerto Ricans in America and 5 million in America and 3 million on the island? Because people like your kids would say they're Puerto Rican even though they're born in America?
No, but a lot of people do identify. So like right now, I forgot her name. She is Puerto Rican, I believe, through her parents, and she competed in the Olympics as a Puerto Rican because we actually compete in the Olympics separately and all the pageants separately. And she won the gold and was very proud to do it as a Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is like the cheaper alternative to Hawaii for a vacation. Much cheaper and definitely no comparison. But like Hawaii, Puerto Rico, what do you call that shit when it's a bunch of islands? Do you guys know what that's called?
A bunch of islands.
Well, like
Word for it.
island chain or fucking
Yeah, well, that's Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has a bunch of islands. One of the main islands is Vieques, where U.S. did a lot of naval bombing and shit there, and people were being born with like one arm, one leg, like you, all that good stuff.
Like
And then finally they fought to get them out of there. But
that's rough.
I think Brian's a little mad at me today.
Yeah.
you didn't call me in a week, a whole fucking week.
Dude, because you were in Puerto Rico getting your dick sucked.
We have phones. We have phone service. You don't even got to go into roaming mode on your cellular.
But how did I know that you weren't getting your dick sucked by Ron when I wanted to call?
Ron, do you hear this, Ron? Do you hear this?
He's probably got
Because you
better
showed us some
internet
love.
when he's in Puerto Rico than home.
Say that again.
You've probably got better internet over there than you do at your fucking house.
No, internet in Puerto Rico sucks. It really, really sucks. Yes. Oh, here goes the biggest. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you very much. True Blue always dropping that loot.
Thanks, Jim.
Biggest racist comment. One of my best and oldest friends is Puerto Rican. There we go. You're a racist.
Don't call her racist. She's fucking hot, man.
She could be a hot racist. It's okay. That's the my oldest friend is Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico has a horrible power grid. It had that whole situation, and that's the stepchild. Like if Puerto Rico were to become a state right now, it would be the poorest state in the country. So the government makes billions of dollars off of Puerto Rico, off of something called the Jones Act. You can't, if you ever see commercials, it says lower 48 states except for Puerto Rico and Alaska. There you go. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Anything you send to Puerto Rico has to go on a U.S. flagship. So it has to actually stop in the ports in Miami and then go there. So like Japan, China, they can't send anything directly to Puerto Rico. It has to stop, get unloaded, and then put on another ship so America can make its money on it. So a lot of things are more expensive in Puerto Rico, but overall the cost of living is less.
Great comment by Creative Correlopus. Puerto Rico is the extra chromosome.
I know Luke likes that. Luke has a thing for people with Down syndrome. Luke
Hey, nothing wrong with the Downies. We love the Downies around here. Yep.
So exactly, Luke has this this love for it. So Dalton Carter says, I'm almost positive that everyone who likes this show is at least a little racist.
Dalton, first of all, can your name be any more
racist,
more white than that? Fucking Dalton Carter.
Oh shit, he got a Confederate flag on his fucking underwear.
He just took the pillowcase off to see the keyboard, fucking.
Fucking look, Acacia's trying to fucking.
She's defending her
racist moniker now.
She's defending her Puerto Rican friend, but can't. I mean, so Puerto Ricans, we come from the Spaniards. Columbus actually landed. He actually landed in the Caribbean first. Love you. Bye. He actually landed in the Caribbean first before he hit what he thought was the West Indies. Yeah. So we have the Spaniard influence. Our indigenous people were the Taínos, and they were Columbus did the Columbus shit that he does, enslaves people, rapes people, all that good stuff. And the Tainos could not handle it. Plus, you had the diseases they brought and everything else. So, long story short, that's when they started bringing in the African slaves. So, we come from similar areas, like the ball pythons. Um, we come from Nigeria, like that 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 part of Africa is where we were getting the slaves. So Puerto Ricans are Taino Indian. That's why you'll see some that look very indigenous. You'll see some that look European. We have blonde hair, blue eyes, and then we have Puerto Ricans that look like they're African, dark skin, coarse
I,
hair, short hair.
yeah, I thought it was the Dominicans that looked black.
Dominican, we have everything. We have everything. We actually have a lot of Dominicans too, and not to make fun of the situation. My son is half Dominican, so is my daughter.
Is your son also half Taino?
No, but he has to learn about his Taino root. He has it on both sides. Thank you very much. So
Apparently, that's why you're a midget.
yes, yes, that's more of my Taino side. Yes, yes, definitely. And then my light skinness is the European, and then my black cock is the African.
All right, let's calm it down.
Okay, tripod, no worries.
Right.
So wait, I just want to get back to she's not a racist. They met in daycare in the hood of Haverhill, Massachusetts, because both our moms were single and working. So you were in the hood. There goes your Puerto Rican racist card right there. So Puerto Ricans are not fake Mexicans. There you go.
Yes, they are.
Different indigenous people. They're the Incas, the Mayans, we're the Caribs, the Arawaks, the Tainos. So yeah, so the Dominicans they share the island with Haitians, and that's why you have more darker people in DR. But if you look at the Cubans, we're very close with the Cubans. We actually have the same exact flag as the Cubans. Ours is inverted because their flag was out first. We were both fighting for independence at the same time.
Yeah, look how that turned out.
I was about to say,
we're
you're so independent. You are in the parliament and don't vote.
Yeah.
no, we're not. We're absolutely not independent. Spain, and that's why we speak Spanish, and that's why people, sometimes they fight for that ability to speak Spanish, not realizing that's not our language. We were colonialized by Spain before we were the U.S. So
Yeah, but roughly how many? What would you say a percentage of Puerto Ricans that speak Spanish are? Not that understand Spanish, that speak Spanish are.
Puerto Rico or stateside?
Stateside.
Stateside. So that's interesting. We're probably one of the worst Spanish speaking people that have been Americanized.
Yeah.
And that goes back to us we're like the first ones that kind of like opened the door for Spanish people. So our grandparents were assimilating, and part of that assimilation was not to speak Spanish, because we would treat it, if you go throughout history, everyone's had their turn, right? Being the bottom of the totem pole. The Italians had it, the Irish had it, the Germans had it, the Jews had it. Everybody had their turn. So when if you go watch it, like Archie Bunker's place and stuff like that, you'll see Archie, fighting with not George Jefferson, the brother-in-law. I forgot his name. That he was the first one that everybody thought was George. And you'll see him saying, "Well, at least it's not a Puerto Rican. Like Puerto Ricans were the bottom of the totem pole." And then we moved on up. We moved on up.
Yeah,
a little bit.
no, you guys definitely did. It was very in the 80s, it was very Puerto Ricans were very inside outside people, like that they would have the TV on the windowsill, so it's half inside, half outside, so the people outside could watch it. They would swing down an ironing board on a rope so that fucking the Puerto Ricans could play cards outside. There's a lot of halter tops and crosses. They're very religious, but they're very fucking like I want to fuck too. And interesting fact about Puerto Rican women, they get pregnant by weight, just like fucking ball pythons. Like once you hit 95 pounds, boom, you get pregnant no matter what. Doesn't matter how old you are. You could be
Chris has
fucking,
been waiting to say that for 3 weeks since I told him I was doing this show. He's been
you could
waiting
be
to say
fucking
that.
13 or you could be 50. Once you hit 95 pounds, you're getting pregnant.
So Ron is saying that it's kind of like flip flop on the island. The island is about 80%, 20% Spanish English, even though English is taught in the schools. About 20% of the people are fluent, where most of the people stick to the Spanish. But if you went to Puerto Rico as a tourist, everywhere you go, you're gonna be fine. Like where we
Yeah.
had an apartment in Condado, it was, there's Louis Vuitton and Gucci. It's not there for the Puerto Ricans. It's there for the snowbirds. It's there for the tourists. And everywhere you go, everyone speaks perfect English.
Look at Acacia. Acacia, just let it go, man. It's okay. It's all right. We don't think you're racist. So it's okay. All right.
No, if you were in the hood and you were white, you were racist. You took an apartment away from a minority.
Is that what you did?
She's feeling it right now. She's feeling. She's like, you see, her mom was racist. It's in her DNA. There you go. And that sucks. That sucks for you to be white in the hood and have to deal with all those people that you don't like. I get it. Yeah. So you talk about pretty Puerto Ricans. Yeah, definitely one of the I don't know too many places that had 5 Miss Universe. J Lo, she's Puerto Rican. A lot of actresses that are Puerto Rican. Ricky Martin, you like to call me Ricky Martin on Wish. He shakes his bomb. He's Puerto Rican. So we have a lot of famous people that came from Puerto Rico.
They normally tend to be annoying as fuck though. Like fucking the hot women from Puerto Rico normally have that kind of Michelle Rodriguez and fucking Avatar attitude. There's always just a little bit too much. A little
I don't know
bit
about
like,
Michelle Rodriguez. She's like a rebel. She's like more on that rebel side, but you have a huge European influence. If we want to talk about racism, we don't really have racism because we're the same blood. But if you go on the
oh my
island,
god, you're so full of shit. You put a Puerto Rican in the same room with a Dominican, no matter what,
that's
there's
not.
a fucking war
that's
going
not. No, that's not racism. That's just cultural differences. You put a
on.
Czechoslovakian,
But really,
and then, well,
isn't that just all racism boils down to?
no, what I was trying to say was that we have colorism. And just like anywhere else, we have colorism. So you could be a black Puerto Rican, you could be a white Puerto Rican, and there's still a stigma based on color, even though we're all the same people. So we do have that. We do share that. So
Chuck that comment up. There you go.
so I dated a Puerto Rican chick when I was 20. She could suck the chrome off a bumper. The problem is it probably wasn't a chick. And you just didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of transgenders in the Puerto Rican community.
Trendsetters, man.
Is there? Is it a bit like Thailand?
No, but I mean, shit. I always joke about my uncle. He was a tío titi. So in Spanish, tío means uncle, titi means aunt, and we called him tío titi because he was our uncle, but he had titties already, like in his 70s. So Puerto Ricans have been trendsetters. What is the difference between racism and colorism? It's not the same. No, it's not the same. Puerto Ricans can be darker than dark, okay? And if you ask them what they are, they'll put white on their census form because, race and ethnicity are 2 different things. People mix that up all the time. Puerto Rican is not a race. Latino
but
is not
even
a
black
race.
people, though, there's racism within the black community about fucking when you're like just average black, like a shade of brown, and then when you're Africa black, You know, yeah. I mean, I've
Oh,
been
look,
around. Go ahead.
no, you're right. Yeah, like
So,
you know, they
that's
always joke.
colorism. That's what you're claiming is colorism.
Right. So even amongst black people, you'll have like the whole light skin stigma that a light skinned person gets a pass because they're light skinned. Um, Africans, Africa, not African American. Africans look down on African Americans.
Yeah, big
It's
time, big time. They
yeah.
think that they don't work. Yeah.
So they just look down. They look down on African Americans, and they're all the same color. But that's where it's not racism; it's the same race. So that's where colorism and cultural, different things come into play. So it's
All
not
right. Listen,
exactly.
Professor Brian, I am watching the numbers slowly drop. So do you have anything interesting to say here? In your
We had
5
29 and we're at 27. All right,
Okay.
all right, 29 and we're at 27. Thank you very much. Uh,
So
Bad
Probably
Bunny.
probably
you bored
occasional
two
left
people
when
to
you called her
death
a
so
racist.
far.
Can you guys not talk at the same time, please?
Sorry. You bored two people to death so far. All right.
Yeah, but I got your attention, and that's all I want.
Oh,
That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Let's
Can
see.
you tell
Puerto
me
Rico has
anything
everything.
interesting?
Puerto Rico has everything. It has mountains. It has jungle, like dry forest. It has the only rainforest in North America. It has the third largest cave in the world, in Camui. Um, we have waters that are like lit up at night, with bioluminescence. Do you guys have that, Luke?
I know what it is, but I'm not sure whether we have that or not, to be fair.
So yeah, so we have like an area. Like I went with my daughter and my father when he was still alive, La Palguera, and we have I think it's Mosquito Island or something like that they have the bioluminescence. So if Luke,
Me, I fucking win that race.
I do not think so. I think I
there's
would
there's
outrun your
no
ass.
Listen,
I would out hop your ass.
I
Brian would come in first. I would come in
hop.
second, and you would come in last.
No,
Brian,
I think you win.
You're-
I think Chris wins. He has a fucking wheelchair. He rolls, especially if it's on a
he
hill.
has, yeah, but he's got a wheelchair. He's got to push with his fucking arms. He's not Sean Bradley. Fucking
Yeah, but fucking
like
look at
he's
this.
Yeah.
fucking pushing
Right, this-
himself.
If he
He's
gets
not
to use his
beating me.
wheelchair, he wins.
Hmm.
He wins. So, don't forget the biolumination. Well, that's what I was saying. The bioluminescence that's in La Palguera and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. El Yunque is the rainforest.
No, but back to
It
the
has
race. I win that easily.
Chris would
Easily.
use Brian as his leg.
Yeah, fuck, mate.
I
You
love
guys
it. We
have no
could
fucking
we
idea.
could race in Puerto Rico. We should go to Puerto Rico and we could race in Puerto Rico.
How far? What distance are we racing over? That's also because I reckon Brian's good for about 20 meters.
He's like a cheater, right? He's good
yeah.
for very short distance.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
He's
for
not.
100
He's
meters.
not a cheater. He can't turn.
Yeah.
He's good for 20 meters.
After 100 meters,
one
I'm
direction.
done, guys. That's it. Let's straight. That's it. We're not doing any fucking marathons here.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
jump in the
Speedy
car. Exactly.
Gonzalez. Remember Speedy Gonzalez? He was
The same
fucking-
way.
Mexican.
It's the same way.
Speedy
Fuck.
Gonzalez
Lasts about
was
6
Gonzalez.
seconds. That's about fucking all he's got.
See, if the race is downhill, Chris wins. I agree with that. Exactly. Luke would win. Chris would go in circles. Brian's legs are too short.
Oh my God!
I guess you don't know how tall Luke
I
is.
just got a great message. Can I read this? All right.
Yeah.
Fucking. I think it's let's see. Who was this? Peter just told me. I'll be honest. If it wasn't for Luke and your hilarious one-liners, I wouldn't watch Tuesday as much. Hashtag
Who's
lurking in the shadows.
who's Peter?
He's a smart, educated viewer, unlike the fucking people you bring.
Obviously not. He's probably a racist.
He's Garden State Pythons. You know.
What a fuck.
Oh
What a
my
fuck.
god, that guy got a boner for me.
What a legend. I'm gonna follow
that guy got some serious mental issues. I feel so bad for him that I don't even bother with him. That's why he messaged to you and he didn't put it in the chat, because I think last time we didn't even acknowledge him in the chat. So, I actually met him in person. I thought he was a nice guy, and then it was like meltdown after meltdown on Instagram and YouTube.
Why don't we just we'll do a quick poll in the room, just for the people in the room. Okay. Who is your favorite host on BDU here? The winner will get no, the winner. No, you can't really pick a winner with this way. But who's your favorite host? Oh,
I got to vote. I got to vote. Yep.
Luke already voted twice for himself. Tradesman turning on the Puerto Ricans.
Isn't tradesman
that's
Puerto
it.
Rico?
That's it. I'm blocking him now. Now I'm blocking Tito. That's it. Now I'm blocking him. You know what? Tito doesn't even look Puerto Rican. He looks white. That's why. See,
I can't believe someone voted for Brian. That's a fuck.
That's a wise person. That's an intelligent person. And
we should ban him from the chat.
Yeah, ban.
That's actually a very, very wise person. So I can't be mad at them. So
well, Garden State
that would be your YOU''Re. Just so we're clear. Okay. Puerto Rican teaching you English. All right.
Yes.
So the island is awesome. We have it all there. You have anything and everything you could think of. I mean, we've been a part of pop culture. The Rolling Stones referred to the Puerto Rican girls in a song. Yep. I figured you would know that, right, Chris?
Yep.
Oh, here goes racist Dalton again. There we go. The criminal genetics in the penal colonies usually make people funny as hell. So I vote Luke. Oh, that's you're going against.
Oh, you really thought? Yeah, that had a different ending than you thought it would be.
You thought it was about you.
It did. But Australia is probably one of the few places that has more criminals than Puerto Rico. We do pump them out. Like we can't.
Yeah, in the 80s, you used to carry around mugger money, right? In case a Puerto Rican fucking mugged you. You'd go outside and be like, "You got money?" And you're like, "Yeah, I got my money." And they'd be like, "You got your mugger money though for the Puerto Ricans?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got my mugger money for the Puerto Ricans." You put it in a different pocket.
We're known for switchblades. No, you put your real money in your sock, and then you have the
mugger money in your jeans pocket. Yeah.
So,
Jesus Christ.
You spelled my name wrong too, Pete. You're on a roll, man. So what else? We invented the pina colada.
Byron. Oh yes, Byron.
Man,
he's trying, guys. He's trying.
Pete's not good under pressure, huh? Fucking.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying. Let's see. What else do we have? We have the forts. Number one, a lot of people don't realize, according to the Department of Defense, more Puerto Ricans per capita have fought in war defending the U.S. than any state in the country, and that's the Department of Defense. You can verify that. But if you go way back, one of the reasons why the U.S. wanted Puerto Rico is it has a great strategic location, and we have the forts on the island, like El Morro, where you couldn't pass over without passing.
I thought he said forks. I was like, "Fucking congrats!" Fucking who cares?
Forts,
with a fork too.
Forts. So yeah, we got over 500 years of history, and you have to get there, and then try the different foods. We have a lot of food, but heavy influence from Africa and heavy influence from like Cuba.
Well, you were just there last week, right?
Yeah.
How many times a year do you go?
Actually, I haven't been there in a while, so that's something that I want to get back to. We had an apartment years ago, and that kind of forced us to go more often. I have a lot of family out there I haven't seen, so yeah, I need to start getting back out there. Which, by the way, I went to I know we don't do reptile stuff here, but I went to a reptile show, and I mean, it was quite an experience. It was very, very live, packed, and active, and to see that at least what's dying here is still booming. It was the first one in years that they had, so it was an exciting thing, unlike here where as soon as you go, you want to get out,
Well, it's exciting is the word Brian uses when he gets his dick sucked at a reptile show.
Stop it. Gosh, you got Pete sending you private messages right now. Stop it. Don't be jealous. You got your own.
I got Ron sending me private messages too. Well, let's see. Fuck you, white boy. All right.
Stop. But yeah, the island has it's rich in culture. 500 years of history there, and
I have no DMs. Sorry,
that's normal.
I'm not getting.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's no different than any other week.
So Mike's being a jerk.
I need to insult. I need to really insult someone.
The Puerto Rican reptiles hatch with a mustache. No, but the women do. So har. Get it.
I thought they were genetically superior to everybody else.
Well, they got facial hair too to keep them warm.
Yeah, they got everything.
What do you want me to tell you? But speaking about reptiles, like Australia, we have a lot of animals that are indigenous to the island. A lot of frogs and lizards that are only. We have a Puerto Rican parrot. We have a Puerto Rican dog. I didn't even know about that. It came. So my dog is originally it's a Presa Canario, originally from the Canary Islands in Spain. We have a Puerto Rican dog, and you can see that its lineage came from that dog, and it's called the Puerto Rican Mastiff. So that was pretty cool.
You,
and then
you
the
guys
coquille.
only have one snake down there, right? You have the Puerto Rican boa.
We have a Puerto Rican boa. Yep, we have a Puerto Rican boa. But there's more snakes down there, like Florida. We have animals that were brought there, and we have deer in Puerto Rico. So people have brought animals to Puerto Rico and kind of like gonna screw up the ecosystem.
That'll be the fucking white cunts bringing the deer. Fucking idiots. Yeah.
We have deer in there. Yeah, we have a lot of shit there.
We got so many stupid fucking English animals here that you don't fucking need.
So you'll find Burmese pythons in Puerto Rico now. But the thing that's the coquille, it's one of the most annoying things you hear at night. Coquille. And it's only lives in Puerto Rico. It's a little frog.
Luke, you gotta clip that out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Ron says the Puerto
Can you
Rican
do it again, please? Just speak into the mic.
No. But you got to get used to that noise. Between that and rainfall, there's so much rainfall. All you hear is that rain pounding all the time. So a lot of rain in Puerto Rico, high humidity in Puerto Rico, and then that damn coquille going all night. Coquille. So you hear all night. Just keeps coming at you. So
I haven't got used to your voice yet. Fucking that'll kill me. Jesus Christ.
No, well, I'm gonna call you at night so that way I can help you, and I'm gonna coquille you while you sleep. We got the Bacardi plant, right?
The what?
You can go get some free Bacardi, the rum.
Oh, is that where it's from? Bacardi's from Puerto Rico.
It's originally from Cuba, and then they moved over to Puerto Rico when a lot of people were doing that, and now that's like its headquarters. But that's like the tourist rum. The rum of the island is really the Don Cu. But Bacardi is very well known around the world. Yeah.
Is there a local drug?
Oh, anything you want.
No, but that stuff's come from everywhere. There's not like some sort of local thing you smoke on or do something with.
Not that I'm aware of, but like there's an area they have waterfront property, like literally an amazing location, but it's one of the worst neighborhoods in Puerto Rico. It's called La Perla. It's been in movies. It's right on the water it's in Old San Juan by the forts. You go there, like they'll stop you from videotaping. There's only one way in, one way out, unless they throw you in the ocean. And as soon as you go down there, all these people with drugs, they come at you like with a big pill box, and they'll open up the pill box, and anything you want is there. Literally any drug you could think about will be there. And there, I know you'll get excited, but yes.
I was going to say, send me the address.
Yes. So Puerto Rico was a main exporter of sugarcane. Yep, it was a main exporter of sugarcane. At one point, tobacco, but today tobacco sucks. The land doesn't cultivate well. Yeah, and rum is a big thing in Puerto Rico. And they got some interesting stories. If you ever go to Puerto Rico, you got to do the Bacardi plant. You have to do that tour and get some free Bacardi. Do they flip pigeons? I don't know if they flip pigeons, but there is a pigeon park in Old San Juan that they all come to see. Mike, you're gonna lose points if you're gonna be talking to Pete because that's like it's like the loser side of the room. You're gonna lose points, Mike. Come on, you're doing good. Come on, it's bad enough you're in the cripple crew. Come on. So,
All right. Well,
yep.
anything actually interesting about Puerto Rico? Is that it?
A lot. There's a lot. I mean, you got to go. You need to go. It's an island that has absolutely anything you can think of there.
Will Chris still be welcome there with one leg?
Are there
I
a lot
don't know.
of ramps?
See,
What was that?
so
there
because
a lot
there's
of
so much rainfall, all the sidewalks have like the slopes on them, so Chris could fall all over the place. So I don't know.
Well, I
And then
could
you
go
have
to
a
one
lot.
point really fast, but then if I
Yeah.
wanted to go back, it would be really slow.
And then you have a lot of the cobblestone roads, like again, it's rich in history and culture. So you have all those like brick and cobblestone roads. So I don't know. But Chris is gonna have a leg. He's gonna be able to run up and down Puerto Rico.
I'm gonna
Throw
get
that
Blake.
comment out from BBM Reptiles. Because I read that too fast and I missed the G for a second. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you said that to throw it up there, I read it the way you did, and I'm like, why do you want to put that up there?
Yeah, the first time I read it, I went, fucking what? Black anus? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I don't know that. Now, mosquitoes are horrible and they have like freaking diseases. So yeah, mosquitoes suck in Puerto Rico. What are you talking about? You won't have to worry about mosquitoes. Explain that one to me.
Well, they won't be biting his leg. That's for fucking sure.
Well, he has one leg.
Yeah, I still have one, right?
He still has one leg. So a Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico. He like blew out every Billboard record last year or this year. So a lot of talented people have come out of that little island in the big ocean. A lot of talented people have come from there.
But have a lot of people come from the island, or have a lot of them just been born here and come from here?
So it's a combination, and then it's funny because there's also like, a bad stigma on stateside. Like Puerto Ricans look down on Puerto Ricans that are from here. So like Ron has it rough out there. Like once they hear his Spanish accent, they know he's from he's from the Lower East Side. So they actually look down on you. There is that little rift over there. But it's a combination of both. You have a lot that come from the island and that are born here. A lot of people born here, and Puerto Ricans love to say they're Puerto Rican, but then you find out they were Puerto Ricans were. This is true. This is a historical fact. Before 9/11, if you put the word terrorist in a search engine, Puerto Ricans will pop up. Before 9/11. We are the first terrorists because, again, in a fight for independence, we went up into Congress and blew shit up. I don't know Black Angus. I'll have to look that up.
Chris, has any of this convinced you that you need to make a trip to Puerto Rico?
Yeah. I would go to Puerto Rico, but I wouldn't go without a Puerto Rican. So I would probably go with Brian or like my brother-in-law, and then the 80% Spanish thing would worry me,
But we wouldn't go to those places. We'd go to the touristy areas. But I'm not taking you to the fucking rainforest.
But if you take Brian, he can also push the wheelchair. That's handy.
Not in the rainforest. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. But
when
what
Chris got his legs under him, we can
I'll
hit
get the blade
rainforest.
leg underneath me. Yeah. So we can
when
go
are you getting the fucking leg?
What's that?
When are you getting the leg?
I got an appointment Friday. I think they're gonna measure it out then. So
I got all these fucking stickers. I got all these fucking stickers up in here at the moment. They're false advertising. You need to get that fucking.
Why don't you just calm the fuck down? I got about 9 more coming. Okay, so fucking, I'm looking ahead, man. All right. So,
did you sign your DVDs yet?
No, they didn't. They didn't get here yet.
DVDs.
So, who has them?
The factory has them now. They're being made.
Oh, I thought they were shipped out already.
So,
Are they gonna stop in Puerto Rico for anybody's signature?
Yeah, yours. Right. Fucking Brian's making fun of it, yet at the same time, Brian is coming over to sign 100 copies of them or 100 copies of the post.
I'm gonna get a stamp. I'm gonna get like a
No, you're not. No, you're
a
not.
Vista stamp.
No,
It'll look real. It'll look
this
real.
is the first time he wants your signature, so calm down. Fucking just sign it.
That's definitely not the case, sir. Stop it. You're being silly.
Yeah, right. I'm sure. I'm sure you just spent hours and hours of your life signing a bunch of things. Yeah, okay.
I do like checks, motherfucker. I write checks. Okay, I sign the check.
I know. Because you're so successful. You're part of the 2%. I know.
Fine. And just signing stuff at the nightclub with all the rappers we've never heard of. You know, fuck, he was doing that for years in the 80s.
So no, I wasn't. I was only signing contracts back then, but no, not like.
Yeah.
Chris, I can make you a leg out of Zoopoxy.
He probably could. He probably fucking could. So, no,
I think we should do it. I think we should go to Puerto Rico, Chris. I think we should do it.
We could do it if you want. Yeah. Is
but
there like?
I want you to have a leg though. Like,
is there a better time to go than other times of the year?
Yeah, we don't want to get killed by no fucking hurricane. We want to go when it's good.
Well, then you don't go during hurricane season. You know, there's
what's hurricane season?
To me, it's all year. I don't give a fuck what.
Yeah. He's like January through November,
through December.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good week.
The holidays are horrible because it's just so packed and so expensive. You have different festivals out there. You have Sanse, that's a big festival. Like the streets get packed. Old San Juan is pretty cool all years. Yeah, hurricane season is definitely the worst. Ron says November to March, but again, November, December, Puerto Ricans have the longest Christmas season. So our Christmas starts like November 1st. Like as soon as it hits November 1st, Christmas trees are coming out. They're getting ready for Christmas already. And then you have we go through January 6th. We celebrate Three Kings Day, which is the 6th of January. That's our big celebration. And of course,
it's mostly Catholic there, right?
Puerto Rico is, I would say, 80% Catholic. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Definitely.
And Mormon, apparently.
And more. I gotta look that up because I don't know where Ron pulled that from.
Basically, Utah. You know.
I don't know where Ron pulled that from. But a big and it's
Joseph
funny because
Smith
Chris
came over on a little wooden boat. You know.
So Chris grew up in the Bronx, and the Bronx is little Puerto Rico, and it always has been. At least since the 60s, it's been little Puerto Rico. So salsa, actually, which is a big part of Puerto Rican culture, dancing, not the salsa you eat in Mexico, Luke. Salsa, the dancing, actually came from.
Stuff you have on a corn chip.
Not the ones on the corn chip, no.
What do you have on a corn chip? Fucking
no, not that one, no.
Isn't that it?
So, all right, are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Let's go to Puerto Rico. We're gonna do a show from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we could do Puerto Rico.
Oh, by the way, Puerto Rico, Porto, right? Because you hear me when I say Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, they actually changed the name to Puerto Rico legally for like 5 minutes back in like the 30s, and then they changed it back to Puerto Rico, which means rich port, right? Puerto Rico, rich port.
Okay, sure. Why not? Right? Why not?
A great way to finish is on a bit of absolutely fucking useless, uninteresting information.
We have no animals with STDs.
Wait.
Hey. You wish you had chlamydia, cunt. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you wish it, Brian.
I wish my coquis had chlamydia. Chlamydia.
You wish you could get a bit of chlamydia.
Listen, everybody. Bronx Down Under shirts are available right now. Tank tops, ladies V-necks, and regular fucking shirts. Go to the snakesandfatman.com website and pick yourself up a shirt. All right? Get it under the Christmas tree. Fucking we have a bunch of fucking chicks giving us some pretty nice photos coming. So we will knock that shit out in the next week or so.
I need a Bronx Senator t-shirt because this one looks like I've got a big black penis on my chest.
That's because of the green screen that you got showing half your screen.
Yeah, if you turned it around, it actually looks like a droopy dick and some balls.
So before we sign off, I got so pissed. You had this idiot on a Zoom call a million moons ago,
Cool.
and she said that it looked like a dick to her, and I was like, "Well, you look like a dick to me." She looked like a dick herself.
Who said it?
I forgot her name, and she was on the Zoom calls for like 5 minutes, and she was in the whole reptile world for like 5 minutes, and just crash and burn.
Yeah, it's
Luke, say it, Luke.
Penis. Isn't that how you say it? What do you
I don't know.
say it? What are you talking about?
I'm a Puerto Rican from the Bronx. I say everything wrong. Penis.
all right, we're gonna go, but we're gonna be back in 2 weeks, okay? Because if Brian could do, next week actually, because if Brian could do 198 shows of his fucking dumb coffee show at 7 a.m, he can make this show a priority too, and so could Luke. Okay,
this is a priority. It's always a priority. I'm not the fuck up.
It was me, but can everyone just remember that this is at 12 noon on a fucking work day for me, right? So I have to ditch work for 2 hours for this fucking shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure that breaks your heart.
It's your show next week, Chris, right?
Yep.
And what are you going to talk about?
Why don't you not worry about what we're going to talk about? Okay.
No,
right,
Chris, it's Luke's show next week.
No, it's
mine. It's not.
Yeah.
No.
Chris, Brian, Luke. Chris, Brian, Luke.
It's
your show.
Chris's show. Yeah.
It's your show.
You could have it, Luke. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't want it because I don't have any good topics. I have nothing to talk about.
You never have a good topic, but we still give you a show every 3 weeks.
I know I just come here really.
Guys, tomorrow, Chris will be on the show with me tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking gay.
Well, it'll be a good show because you won't be there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it'll actually be funny.
Everyone comes to this show for me. That's a flop. Well, it couldn't be any more of a flop than your fucking Wednesday morning show anyway. So
wait, time out. Besides Emma, who comes here for you? Stop it.
Let me scroll back up through the comments. There was heaps of people that said
stop it.
Creative correlation. Creative correlation
for make you feel good in the holiday season.
Oh, Jesus.
So Chris will be on the show tomorrow. He is doing his we're doing the promo for the 15 minutes of Lame, guys. Yes. So make sure you stop by.
Leviathan is also going to be there.
I haven't watched Cup Shit for about 6 weeks, so I might come back if Chris is going to be on.
No, you don't have to. It's okay.
It's not necessary, Luke.
It's
I'm just gonna fucking put that many comments in there.
No, that's it, Tito. You're blocked. You're not even going to be able to see my YouTube now. You sold out on me now.
Yeah,
you sold out.
Fucking tradesman proved tonight that he's a self-hating Puerto Rican, right?
And Acacia, mad love to you and your Puerto Rican friend.
Just so in case nobody heard me before, Leviathan is also going to be on Courtney from Leviathan.
The better half.
Yeah,
in that movie.
Make sure when you say Leviathan's going to be on, you need to clarify who, because that's important.
Yeah.
Why?
The better half.
Wow, no one wants
She's the better half, Chris.
Yeah,
no, she is the better half, but fucking, Steven's all right.
Steven's all right, but he's more of the other Tuesday night show sort of dude,
That's where he's at now.
Yeah, that's probably where he is at now. Yeah.
But Chris and the other Tuesday night guys are buddy now.
Buddy with all of them now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be buddy with him.
He fucking lost his legs and he lost the
leg and turned into a total fucking pussy. I'm getting blocked. I've got people that have blocked me from seeing their stories. I've had to make burner accounts just to fucking look at people's stories.
Right. All right. How's this for being a pussy for you? I hope you get cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Call me a pussy again, bitch. All right.
His hair's already receding and you're going to say something like that.
Yeah.
Now you sound like that other guy that wished it on Jay Brewer.
No, I don't hope Luke dies. I just fucking, I just hope he experiences it.
Just,
Right.
yeah, just a
my
little bit. One of those
goodness.
ones you get over, you know, like
Oh,
Right.
God.
like prostate or something. Catch it early,
Like-
whip it out,
Yeah,
sort of
like
thing.
skin cancer or something like that. You know,
Now that can kill you down here. We got a fucking big hole in the ozone. Now we want the prostate's all right. You whip that thing out and throw it away. You can,
That easy. All right.
a bit like Chris's leg, just whip it off and
All
throw
right,
it away.
guys. You had to get that last horrible leg joke in, huh? Okay. All right. Good for you. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Next week.
It won't
Luke's
be
show.
Luke's show. All right.
Chris's topic, yeah.
Okay. All right. See. Go buy a shirt. All right. Bye.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8-day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon.